About your on-again, off-again relationship with the co-defendant, in this case, Isaiah Chance. Is that correct?
Yes.
In fact, you told this jury about some instances where you had been hit by him. Is that correct?
Yes.
You've dated Isaiah Chance for over 4 years. Isn't that true?
Not over 4 years.
How long?
It's about just 4 years.
Just about 4 years, okay. And it's been on again, off again, is that correct?
Yes.
And during that time period, you have dated other young boys, is that correct?
Maybe.
Does Kamari Outing sound familiar?
Yes.
He's a boy that you had dated, and you still were talking to him, in fact, up until the time of the crime, June of 2024. Is that correct?
We never dated, but yeah, I was talking to him.
Okay. And in fact, at some point, Isaiah Chance got upset and made phone calls to him, right?
Yes.
And you had conversations on your phone with Mr. Kamari Outing where you two discussed that. Isn't that true?
I believe so.
And they were still on your phone. They were backed up. They were saved on your phone, and they were on your phone on June 23rd of 2024. You never deleted these messages that you had with Kamari Outing. Isn't that correct?
I mean, I have to see the message. I don't know. What is that message?
Okay. Your Honor, I'll approach the witness. Would looking at those messages help refresh your recollection?
Yes.
Us too. Show us the the YouTube jury.
Ms. Andrews, if you'll take a look at this.
They're gonna say that she's not afraid of Isaiah Chance. It's not really to say, oh, you're a cheater, you're a bad person. It's to say that she's not afraid of Isaiah Chance. She's not controlled. It's to challenge that dynamic that was presented on direct. Maybe. That's what I would say the strategy is. But you never know. They could just be going off the wall.
Ms. Andrews, you recognize these messages from your phone?
Yes.
And Kamari Outing, he was a member of 1200, isn't that correct?
No.
No? I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 75C12. That's a photo of you with Kamari Outing that was still on your phone. Isn't that true, ma'am?
That's not Kamari.
That's not Kamari?
That's my cousin,
Okay, what's
What?
your cousin's name?
Marcus.
Marcus.
Is this for real?
And in this message,
Is this for real? Is this really not who the state is saying it is?
messaging with Kamari, he's upset because Isaiah Chance has called him and basically told him that you're with him and that you're pregnant, and you're still trying to get Kamari outing to talk to you, right?
Objection, hearsay, and relevance. Have a roll.
Isn't that true, ma'am?
Yeah, that's my best friend.
And he doesn't want to because of Isaiah Chance, correct? In fact, you're the one that keeps on insisting that he not block you and that you and him continue to talk. Is that correct?
Yeah, but the message behind that, that's my best friend. And Isaiah called him and was just going on and on about, he didn't want him to, he was giving him a reason to not text me back, to not talk to me. That's what that was about.
And so despite the fact that Isaiah Chance doesn't want you to have anything to do with him, you're fine with disobeying what Isaiah Chance wants because this is your best friend, right?
Yeah, and at the time I sent that, I was at home in my bed. I was not with Isaiah.
But all of these messages are still saved and on your iPhone, right?
I mean, I guess so.
They were, not you guessed. They're on your iPhone, right?
They're in my iCloud.
Yes. And so your iCloud backs up your iPhone, ma'am. Isn't that true?
Did she say
I'm not
yes?
sure how that works, but I think so.
Okay. You don't recognize these messages? Something that you typed and you received on your little pink iPhone?
I believe so.
Okay. And your phone is also password protected, right?
Yes.
Because certainly when Isaiah Chance is using your phone that night on June 23rd of 2024, at some point when you're walking in that parking lot, your phone locks up, right?
Yes.
And you have to enter in your password.
Yes.
And so that's what happens with an iPhone. After your iPhone is not being activated over a lengthy period of time, a couple of minutes, 5 minutes, it does what?
It locks.
And so what do you have to do every time that happens?
Unlock it.
And obviously Isaiah Chance didn't know your password because you're standing there right next to him, and what does he have to do?
He asked for the password that first time, but he's looking at me.
And I'm going to show you States Exhibit 34. You know who this is, right? Charles Jones.
Yes.
You have known who he was since 2021 when you were at Rains High School, right?
I knew of him, yes.
You were well aware of him, right? This is something that you discussed a lot with your friend Jewel Jordan.
I only discussed him maybe 2 times.
At the time when you were doing that, did you date somebody by the nickname K Shorty?
We weren't dating.
You didn't date him either, right?
No.
You weren't upset talking about Jewel Jordan and Julio, Foolio, Charles Jones recruiting all these young men that were getting shot up in this gang war?
I wouldn't say upset. I was just gossiping.
Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. But this is State 75C13. This is a photograph with you and K Shorty.
Yes, that's Therese.
Okay. And do you see what he's doing there?
Yeah.
He's throwing up like 12?
I don't know what the sign means. I
Have
mean,
no idea what that means. But you're posting this on TikTok, right? You love TikTok. You've talked about,
Yeah.
right? You posted on TikTok. You're both posing together.
yes, ma'am.
And despite the fact that you intimately know a lot of people who are associated with these gangs, you have no idea what it means when he's throwing up that sign.
No, I don't.
No idea whatsoever.
Objection, asked and answered.
Overrule, go ahead.
You followed Charles Jones on Instagram, isn't that correct?
Maybe back then.
Did you ever unfollow him?
Probably.
You were still following him when this crime occurred, right, on Instagram?
I don't remember following him.
You don't remember? You never looked and you never saw any of these advertisements that Julio Foolio was going to be in Tampa on June 22nd?
No, I never seen those.
You did not like Julio Foolio back in 2021. Isn't that true, ma'am?
I mean, I wouldn't say a personal issue. When you say like him, didn't like him.
I'm going to show you States Exhibit 75C2, conversation that you had with Jewel Jordan. So I want you to read what you texted to her back on January 19th of 2021.
I said, but if you think about it, everybody dissing everybody. People from out east diss they side, so of course they gonna say something, but it don't even be proper like that. What? Like that for real. Foolio be the one talking shit. Then all his little niggas come, then other extra people.
Okay. So you are talking about out east, correct? That is a territory of 1,200.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're talking about how the people in 1,200 dish they side, correct? And then you're also talking about Papa, that's little Papa, right?
Yes.
And who's little Papa?
He's a rapper.
And you know that he also has a gang affiliation, is that correct?
I mean, he doesn't claim it, so I don't know.
You know your boyfriend Isaiah Chance is in a gang, isn't that true?
I don't know that.
That's something you've told your best friend since you were little, Jewel Jordan, that you knew that he was in a gang and that he was in it.
I never told her that.
You never
I said
said
I've
that?
heard allegations of it. But when I asked him, he denies it, so of course I took his word.
In this particular conversation, you then say, again, talking about Foolio, let's go down here. I want you to tell the jury what then you texted in response to Jewel Jordan saying that they keep killing each other. And we're talking about the gang war in Jacksonville, right? 1,200 against 6 Block. ATK against 6 Block, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So let's see, what did you text her?
I said right, so it's gonna go
And
on.
I'm sorry, Ms. Andrews, if you don't mind, you speak very quickly, so if you could just speak slowly, because I'm seated next to you and I'm having trouble hearing you. So
Okay.
thank you very much.
I said right, so it's gonna go on, and they keep saying let leak rest, but I'm sure the other side be feeling like that, so it's gonna keep repeating, and yeah, they know what come with it, so charge it to the game, go retaliate or something. They sitting up there rapping, but that's y'all homeboy. Just do what y'all have to do. They don't be in Jacksonville, so I doubt they care about anybody here or the upcoming rappers.
So Leaky is another person that has died in this gang war, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're well aware of that, correct?
Yes, ma'am. He went to middle school with me.
So you have somebody who went to middle school that died in this gang war, and you had somebody who went to Rains High School that died in this gang war, is that correct?
Yeah, I heard of it, but I'm not friends with him.
Well, you say you're not friends with Spaz, right? Joe Rod Adams, correct?
Yeah, I'm not friends with him.
But he wasn't the only one that got shot in that Rains High School shooting, was he?
I mean, I think so.
Will also got shot in that high school shooting. Will Go Crazy, the person who you communicate with on your phone, right? You know who Will is.
I wouldn't say like that. He texts me and he tries to talk to me like I'm cute. People are going to start talking to me like that.
He's who Jewel Jordan was talking about when she said that you two had a friend that was injured at the shooting at Rains High School, correct?
Yeah, when she says friend, she means associate.
So I didn't ask you that, but what her wording up there was friends, right?
Yes.
And he got shot in the arm. His name is Will Royal. He went to high school with you at Rains High School, right?
I believe so.
You believe so or you know so?
I don't remember his last name being Royal, so that's why I said I believe so.
Okay, let's not call him Will Royal. Let's call him Will, who got shot in the left arm the same day that Spaz, Joe Rod Adams, got killed at Rains High
What?
School when you were attending there.
Argumentative.
Yes.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yes, Will.
So what are you texting your friend Jewel Jordan on 1/21 of 2021?
You want me to read it?
Yes, ma'am.
I said it was deleted about the time I got up, but Foolio had said Foolio had said it, but everybody kind of knew that. It was just once that time he got shot, and I forgot the boy that died with him at the Rains game, but the boy Robert ain't even do that, even though he on the 6th side. It was Bibby, and Will knew that, but Bibby died like 3 weeks later, so that was crazy.
Okay. And so who we're talking about right now, that you claim not to know his last name, is the very person you are texting Jewel Jordan about, right? Will.
Yes, ma'am.
So you knew him well enough to be texting to your friend, Jewel Jordan, after the high school shooting at Rains, correct?
Yes, he was known.
And the other person that you are mentioning in the same sentence is Robert. You're referring to Robert Howard, the person who actually went to prison for manslaughter for that shooting, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're also mentioning Bibby, is that correct?
Yes.
Bibby is a nickname. It is a gang nickname, isn't it, Miss
I mean,
Andrews?
I didn't know his real name. I'm just referring to him as Baby.
Okay. Because Bibby is the way that the people who you hang out with refer to him, right?
No, the people on the internet refer to him as Baby.
That's right. And that's how they know him, by his
Yes.
gang name.
I mean, I wouldn't know if it's his gay name.
Do you think Bibby is his legal name?
I don't know him personally to know, so.
And then Jill Jordan responds, OMG, LMFA, what does that mean?
Laughing my fucking ass off.
Everybody kind of knew. They all had comments to calling. You guys are also watching what is going on social media between these warring rival gangs, aren't you?
Yeah, that day we're actually referring to a post, so we're reading the comments, but instead of putting it in the comments, we're texting it to each other.
Shout out to Classy Beats for the 5.
Now I want you to read to the jury what you texted your friend Jewel Jordan on January 21st of 2021.
I said, girl, I don't like Foolio, laugh my fucking ass off, ugly ass bitch. He need to die. And shit, that was Will friend. Fuck the cold shit. Then I said, bitch, he shot me and my friend died. Yeah, I'm pointing out who did it.
And so you don't like Julio Foolio. That's fair to say back in 2021 you didn't like him.
Yeah, that was my opinion when I was 17 years old.
And your exact words were, he need to die, correct?
Yeah, but I didn't mean it literally. I'm 17 just gossiping.
Okay. But you really are talking about your friend Will, and you're saying, fuck that code shit, if he shot me and my friend died. You're referring to Will and his friend Spaz that died.
Yeah, I was saying he knew probably who killed his friend. He should have spoke up. I'm saying if it's my friend, I'm going to tell who did it.
So you were upset that 6 Block, and you believe 6 Block and Julio Foolio's group were responsible for your friend getting shot, correct?
I mean, that was what was on the internet, and I wasn't upset. I mean, I'm just gossiping. I really don't care, honestly.
And then you emphasized it, right?
No, she emphasized
She
it.
emphasized it. Then I want you to go down here and say what you said, 1/22 of 2021.
I said, bitch, hold on, because I think Julio talking about Therese and his friends left my ass up. I do not like him.
Okay. And tell us again who Therese is.
Therese is the person I'm in a picture with.
And then what did you say?
I'm trying to put 2 and 2 together. I was reading the comments.
And then what did you say here?
No, that's her talking.
Oh, I'm
At the
sorry.
top.
What did Jewel Jordan say in
She
response?
said, that is Julio, though. He recruit a bunch of dumbass niggas who willing to die.
And then what was your response to that?
I said, right, and he started to realize. But first time I saw him, that shit clicked on. When Foolio called, we all in the garage, he talking about, nigga always want me to ride with him when he down here, so I could be the one that died, not him. I ain't no bodyguard. I said, bitch, I was dying.
And what do you mean when you texted that?
I was in the garage with Therese one day, like, just chilling, and one of his, I think that was his cousin or somebody older, and he gets a call from Julio, and he, I think, asks him to ride somewhere, and he tells the friend, like, after the phone he goes, he said, I'm not riding nowhere with him. I'm not finna die. And I just sent it to my friend. I'm like, well, I'm over here laughing about it.
And you said Isaiah Chance, you did not know he was in a gang. Is that correct?
I mean, I heard people say it, but when I asked him, he says he's not.
were aware of what happened at the town center, is that correct?
Yes, it was on the news.
Tell us what happened at the town center.
Some people died in a car leaving Wasabi.
Okay. Young and Ace, correct?
He didn't die, but he got shot.
Young and Ace's group, is that correct? They were in that car,
His cousin and brother, I believe.
and he was the only one that survived, correct?
Yes.
His brother was killed.
I think that was his brother, yeah.
Person named 23, Royal Smith, was
yeah.
killed.
Yes, ma'am.
And Isaiah Chance, he was upset about that, wasn't he?
I mean, I don't know if he's upset, but he would say, like, he's heard about it sometimes.
That is something, a moment that he has shared with you intimately about what happened at the town center. Isn't that true, ma'am?
I mean, I already knew what happened, but he's explaining to me, like, he don't like to go out there.
Correct, because 23 died at the town center,
Yeah, he believes there's violence out there. You don't want to go out there.
and he was upset about it, right?
I mean, I guess so.
You had a conversation. You don't remember the conversation you had with him on your phone where you wanted to go do something at the town center?
Yeah, I believe I showed him a restaurant I wanted to go to.
That's you here, right? You want to go one day, question mark?
I think, is that him?
Oh, that's him, you're right.
That's him.
That's one of his old phone numbers, 904-575-7534.
Yes, that's his old number.
And he's like, you want to go one day? And you said, yeah, it's in the town center.
Yes.
And then what was your response?
I sent him a TikTok. I was responding to the TikTok saying, laugh my ass off, bro.
And then what was his response?
He said, I hate it here. I hate it there.
Why would he hate it there?
I guess he's traumatized about it. Somebody you know died out there. You don't want to go out there.
And his next response to you?
He says, I don't like the town center.
And then what did you say?
I said, you hate everywhere. We don't got to sit in.
Could make her look
And then what did he
cold-blooded. She
respond to
can't
you?
empathize.
He's telling me 23 got killed in the town center. That's why I don't like it out there.
And then what was his next
He said, I
response?
don't like thinking about it for real. So when I do switch moves, like an MF.
And what was your response to this texting conversation?
I said, well, we don't have to go there if it's gonna bother you. I forgot about it. It's some other places we both ain't tried yet.
So this is a conversation that you have had more than once with Isaiah Chance, isn't that true?
I think that's is it the one time?
You said
I
you
don't
forgot
know.
about it, right?
No, I'm saying I forgot that it happened in the town center because I've seen it on the news.
You knew who 23 was, right?
So when he referred to 23, yes, I knew of the person.
Knew that 23 is associated with Young and Ace, is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, I knew that.
He has confided in you about more than one death that occurred in this gang war. Isn't that true, ma'am?
I don't know of more than one. Which one you referring to?
You know, Antonio Tilley died between October 6th and October 7th of 2023.
Yes, he told me his friend died.
He was traumatized by that, correct?
I mean, I wasn't around him to know if he's traumatized, but he
Didn't
said
you-
he was sad, yeah.
Didn't you have a texting conversation with him October 7th of 2023 when he said that he was traumatized and that he was mentally not well, not right in the head?
I think I remember that conversation. I asked if he wanted me to be around him for,
He
you know,
needed some
just
space,
more
right?
support. Yeah, but he didn't want me to come.
And you remember that conversation. He didn't want you around because he was not in the right headspace the day after his friend Tilly died, correct?
Yeah, I remember. I mean, who would be in the right headspace after their friend died?
And so much so that you agreed not to go see him, right?
Yeah, if he don't want me there, I'm not gonna go.
And you were worried about him, right?
Yeah, but I know if he doesn't want me there, I'm not gonna just go.
And that was October 6th and 7th of 2023. Are you aware that Charles Jones, his life, there was an attempt on his life that occurred on October 7th of 2023, the day after his good friend Tilly was killed?
I've heard about it.
You heard about it from Charles Jones, right?
Yeah, I believe he went live or something.
Yeah, and in fact, not only did you hear about it from Charles Jones, you had conversations on your phone about it, and you assured him you would delete it, right?
Delete what?
Delete. I'm sorry. You had conversations with your boyfriend, Isaiah Chance, about it, and you deleted the conversations, didn't you?
About what?
About what he had done.
He never told me he did anything. I don't remember.
Well, then let me ask you, would looking at your messages with him on October 7th of 2023 refresh your recollection?
Oh. Always love a good refreshment. Oh, don't make me hear that, Kissin' Pink, because I won't unhear it.
You see that conversation?
Yes, ma'am.
And you've been in this trial, correct?
Yes.
You heard that the shell casings that was taken off of your boyfriend's best friend's Toyota 4Runner, that the ballistics matched the casings that were used to shoot at Julio Foolio, Charles Jones, on October of 2023, right?
Yes.
It's been tied to that ballistically, right?
Yeah, I've heard it.
And it occurred the day after Tilly was killed.
Yes.
And he was torn up, and you guys had conversations about it. You and your boyfriend, Isaiah Chance, had conversations about that. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Yeah, he's telling me he's not himself right now. He needs space. He never told me he did anything.
Then what is it that you're referring to
Uh-oh.
after he tells you to stay loyal, right? He tells you that.
Oh.
He texts that to you after that, after he said he needed some time, on October 8th, now that we're talking, the
Yes.
day after Charles Jones, where they tried to take his life, right?
I mean,
Overruled.
He says to you, don't go run off normally, what you normally do, be loyal, stay loyal. That's what he said to you, right?
yes, and you're misinterpreting what he's saying. When he says stay loyal, he means don't go cheat. Because, I mean, I talk to who I want to talk to at times. When he's not paying me no attention, I feel like you ignore me, you're doing what you want to do, I'm going to go talk to other people. So that's why he's telling me stay loyal, don't do what you normally do.
So when he's devastated because his friend died, and then he and his friend tried to kill their rival, what he's worried about is you staying loyal to him?
I mean, I guess so.
Okay. And so what are you referring to when you say in direct response to that, you're saying, it's fine, you're all right now, it's somebody close to you, not a random person, so I mean it's normal to feel how you feel. I'm not bae, we're straight, we're just together, we're good. I deleted what you said, and I'm not texting nobody, even if you don't want to talk about it at the moment. So what exactly are you referring to that you deleted?
He told me to delete a message with somebody's texting me. It was a different guy.
So again, he's worried about you cheating. He didn't make any sort of confessions and confide in you as to what happened on October 7th?
No, he didn't.
Overruled.
And so when you are with law enforcement and they are interviewing you and they bring up Charles Jones, Julio Foolio, and they specifically talk about this beef, you lie to them and act like you don't know nothing about that, right?
Yeah, he asked me if I had knowledge, like I knew exactly who did what. Like, no, I don't have no direct knowledge. I know what's on the internet, but I didn't assume that's what he was asking me, so I said no.
You know nothing about Julio the big rapper, right?
I said I know what's on the internet. I don't know personally if it's true, who did what.
You know more than what is on the internet. Isn't that true, miss?
No, I actually don't.
You have just read to the jury about different deaths
That's on the internet in our city. I don't know if it would be in Tampa, but Jacksonville is on the internet.
and also a person you know that's been shot, Will.
Yeah, I went to school with him, so I know.
Okay, so that's not just on the internet. That's something that you lived through, right?
I live through it. I mean, that's his situation. I just know about it.
And you're dating Isaiah Chance Gutta, right?
Dating him when at that time?
And you know that his best friend, 23, has been killed.
I mean, okay, that's his friend. That's not my friend.
Okay. But you're aware of it, right?
Yeah, I'm aware.
And you know that Tilly has been killed.
Yes, that's his friend. That's not my friend.
But again, you are aware of it, right?
Objection, ask the
Yeah, it's on the internet.
Overruled.
And you know that Bibby has been killed.
Yes, just like everybody else knows.
And you yourself know about it.
Yes, it was on the internet.
And law enforcement are informing you that they are asking you about the death of Charles Jones in Tampa, right?
Yes.
And they are talking to you and they are mentioning that they know the beef between these two groups, right?
Yes.
And your boyfriend Isaiah Chance is connected to many of the people who have died in this rival gang war.
objection,
Yeah, he's connected, not me. So,
But you know about it.
yes, I know.
And you lied to law enforcement and withheld all of that information knowing that they are investigating another death in this rival gang war, right?
I mean, in the beginning, they told me to talk about what I want to talk about. I don't have to talk about what I don't want to talk about, and I didn't want to be in the middle of that. I don't know for sure if any of these deaths for real. I looked on the internet. I don't know, so I didn't answer it.
They read you your Miranda rights, right? They told you that before they read you your Miranda rights, right?
I don't know if it was before or not.
You didn't just watch this video?
Yeah, I don't remember if it was before, though.
They read you your Miranda rights and told you you had the right to remain silent, that you were in the driver's seat, right?
Yes.
They also informed you you could have an attorney present with you if you wanted to, right?
Yes.
And you chose to speak with them, right?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know what I was there for, so I didn't have a problem speaking to them.
You didn't know what you were there for? They told you multiple times that you were there for the murder investigation of Charles Jones, right?
I'm saying as soon as it started, when I got arrested from my house, they said I had a warrant for resisting arrest. So that's what I was assuming I was going to jail for. I later ended up in a room with two guys. So I did sit there and talk.
Who told you what you were being questioned about?
Yeah, and I had no issue. I can answer the question.
And then multiple times in that interview, they were trying to impart to you the seriousness of what you were being questioned about.
Yes.
You would agree with that statement. Multiple times they tried to reach you and let you know how serious these charges were.
Yes.
And they asked you for details about who was involved, and they started showing you evidence.
Yeah, they did.
And in that moment, you chose to protect your boyfriend. Isn't that true?
I wouldn't say I protected him. I literally pointed him out, so that's not protecting him.
You never said that he was involved with a homicide, did you?
I didn't know if he's involved in it, so why would I tell him that?
You never said who or gave descriptions. If you truly believed he had nothing to do with this homicide, then why wouldn't you just share information and tell them and give them descriptions, even if you didn't know their name, what they look like, and where they came from?
I mean, again, I didn't know for sure, so I didn't answer that. And I'm not about to do their job for them, put my life on the line, to be in the middle of that, so I didn't answer it. I answered everything pertaining to me. Anything about them, I didn't answer.
You didn't seem like you were afraid in that interview. Were you afraid in the interview or not?
I was, but I handled myself well.
Okay. You weren't afraid of Isaiah Chance?
No, he's not even in there, so why would I be?
So, well, then I don't understand. Were you afraid to give up their names because you're afraid of them? You're afraid of Isaiah Chance and Davian Murphy and Rashad Murphy? Or are you protecting them in that interview?
I wouldn't say I'm doing any of that. I mean, you understand it's about a gang. I'm a female. I don't want to be in the middle of it, so I didn't answer it. And I don't know for sure if they did anything at the time of that, so I didn't say anything.
Then why are you up here testifying about how Isaiah Chance hit you?
Because, I mean, that leads up to why I act the way I act out of town.
You were afraid of him or not? Are you afraid of him? Does he beat you? And are you afraid to stand up to him?
Yes, at times.
And you said, I think you said in your direct examination, that people can't really understand because they don't know when you cannot leave. Is that what you said? Something to that
I
effect?
said people wouldn't understand a domestic violence relationship because you'll think, why don't you leave? Why don't you walk away? It's not that easy unless you're in it.
But that's not exactly true, is it?
It is true.
You say cannot leave. You did not live with him, did you?
No, I didn't.
You never lived with Isaiah Chance.
No, I didn't. But he knew where I stayed. He would pop up at my house, ring the doorbell all times of night. So I couldn't go nowhere. So
He never had financial control over you. He never paid your rent, did he?
I don't pay rent, so no.
You live with your parents.
Yes,
You live with two loving parents in a safe home. Isn't that true, Miss Andrews?
yes, I do.
And you never mentioned to your mother or your father that Isaiah Chance was hitting you or abusing you ever, did you?
I did.
You never reported it to police?
No, she asked me, but I didn't want to cause any problems with him or his family, so I left it alone.
So you had choices, didn't you?
That was the very last time, so I told them.
Are you afraid of him and do things because you are fearful of him? Is that what you testified to on direct?
Yes,
So fearful of him that you have to do everything he says. Is that correct?
at times, yes.
And you are claiming to this jury that you're not in a relationship with him anymore. Is that true, ma'am?
I'm not. I said he may think that because I never broke up with him, but
Do
I'm
you
not.
think that he thinks that because you still talk to him even though he is locked in jail, right?
Yes, I do still talk to him, and that's because of my issue. I don't want to cause any safety issues in his jail. He sends me verbal messages and where I'm at, so, I mean, I just keep him at ease. There's nowhere for me to go.
What safety issues? He is locked up for first-degree murder charges and cannot get to you. Isn't that true, ma'am?
I mean, you do know it's ways in a jail. You can send messages to people. People look at me sideways. Oh, that's your boyfriend? He said this. He told me to tell you this. Like, it's safety issues. Like, literally before I came to trial, a deputy told me one of my co-defendants were trying to have me jumped. So I just do what I had to do.
You were also...
Prosecution just stepped on a rake. Not only did Alicia just get that out in front of the jury, and look how she's posturing right now. The prosecution should have let this go. The prosecution had enough out in the air for a jury to determine on their own, do they believe this DV theory or not? Do they believe she was coerced? Do they believe she had no choice but to leave? Do they believe she was genuinely afraid? But now you're getting into the point where you're pummeling something that doesn't need, the question's already there. The jury knows what is supposed to be considered. And not only did Alicia just get out there and point out, one of the deputies told me that somebody's trying to have me jumped, one of my co-defendants. But what happened yesterday? What did we hear before the witnesses came in? And then when we had the mom on the stand, we hear that the mom is trying to befriend Alicia Andrews. The mom is on the stand. Oh, I didn't know Alicia Andrews, but you've talked to her since, right? The prosecution asks her. Yeah, well, after I noticed she was alone, so I wanted to go, she's facing life, so I wanted to go sit with her. I told her I was praying for her. And we know that the mom and possibly Navia, the mom's daughter, Gathrigh's sister, are all reeling in and keeping Sean Gathright apprised, according to the state, The state is accusing and raising issues of possible witness intimidation, and yet they're acting like that's suddenly no longer a risk when they have this defendant on the stand. I think she stepped on a rake, and she was doing so good. She did not need to step on this rake.
Safely
Ooh.
in jail. Isn't that true, ma'am?
I wouldn't say safely. You can get in a fight at any time.
Okay. There are all kinds
stupid.
of deputies. Is that correct?
Yes, all of them don't do their job also, so.
And we're not talking about your safety from other people. We're specifically talking about your safety from Isaiah Chance, someone you claim to be so afraid of that you will go along and do anything for him, right?
I wouldn't do anything for him, but
You wouldn't go along with a murder plot for him?
no, he never told me anything about a murder plot.
And you wouldn't try to call him multiple times incorrectly from the jail, right?
What do you mean incorrectly?
You're not allowed to phone another inmate, can you?
I don't call him like that, so what do you mean?
You're right, you don't call him like that. You have to break policy of the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office and do some kind of three-way call involving Isaiah Chance's mother. Isn't that true?
Yeah, we do that.
You do it all the time, right?
Yes, when he asks for me, I do it.
As for you, you have to initiate your own phone call. He can't call you in the jail either, can he?
I said when he asks for me, I do it. If he tells me to call, I'm gonna call.
It's not just that he answers for you. You can't call him directly. Isn't that true, ma'am?
No, I can't.
You have to coordinate and you have to make arrangements with some third party who is not in jail so that you can talk to him. Isn't that true?
Yes, and like I said, it goes back to me keeping him happy. I don't want to cause any issues while I'm sitting here. If he gets mad, if I don't call him, it's no telling what he's going to say. They can all, I'm the odd one out of this. They can all turn around and say, oh, it was Alicia, and I'm not getting in the middle of that. So I keep him happy while I'm here. If he wants me to call, if he wants to talk to me, let him know about the baby. He lets me know, I let him know I'm okay. That's what I do.
You call him 5 to 10 times a day in there.
Yes, when he says, call back, I call back.
And you also do messages. There's a kiosk system where you can kiosk with him. Isn't that correct?
Yes, he texts me and I text him.
And you have intimate conversations about your case, don't you?
Yes, when he asks, I let him know.
And he sends you messages which could be called sexting, right?
Oh,
Yeah, he do. I keep him happy, like I said.
And you're no longer in a relationship with him, correct?
No, he thinks that.
And you call him multiple times a day, every day, for several months. Isn't that true?
Yes, like I said, I'm doing what I have to do. I'm not going to let him know. I'm not going to get on the phone and act like it's a change. I'm acting the same. I'm doing what I have to do.
Ma'am, you understand you're on trial for first-degree murder, right?
Yes, I do.
And it's for hanging out with him.
I do.
And you are still protecting him, right? To this day, you're protecting him.
I'm not
Bill.
protecting him.
spill.
You are still calling him and communicating with him, aren't you?
Yes, it's not protecting him, though.
So much so
Protecting herself.
that you call his mother, right?
I do.
And you have been advised, and you report to his mother that you don't care that your attorneys tell you not to talk to him. You're going to do it anyway, right?
Yes, because I feel like that's the best way to do it.
So you are so desperate to talk to him and have communication with him, you don't even care if it may be hurtful to your case.
I wouldn't say desperate, because when I did disappear and listened, he texted me from another person and said, why are you not listening to me? Why are you not responding? When are you going to get into your big red forehead? And all these other things. So I started back talking to him.
So now again, you're talking to him because you're still afraid of him, right? Even though he is locked up for first-degree murder charges and cannot go near you.
I didn't say physically come to me. I'm talking about other people.
You take advice from him, don't you?
I listened to it.
He discusses the case with you many, many times. Isn't that true?
Yes, because he knows I don't know, so he tries to make sure I know everything.
In fact, he tells you to kind of stay strong because the state thinks you're the weaker link. Has he told you that before?
Yes, he told me that.
Have you responded to him on, let's see,
Get the date, the date and time. What's the date? They whispered.
recently as June 27th of 2025. Did you tell them half the witnesses are dead, you're listening to Jacksonville, and they don't solve shit, I'm just lost because this is all pointless?
Said what?
Did you say to him, half of their witnesses are dead, you're listening to Jacksonville, and they don't solve shit, I'm just lost because this is all pointless?
Yes, I told him, and that's my opinion. I don't understand why I'm here. It's really about them.
So you're still talking about what you're charged with him?
Yeah, he's aware, so I can say that.
And he tries to tell you what you should do in your case, right? And he tries to tell you what is the plan about the Airbnb. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Yeah, and I don't control him, so he talks about what he wants to talk about.
Don't you say in response to him telling you all that, you don't got to say all that. Don't walk me through those stops. You said that, right?
Yeah, I stop him when he talks about the case because I already kind of know that. So he tries to let me know, and I already know.
It's not because you've already discussed what you two are going to say that you're on some kind of vacation to Tampa.
No, we haven't.
That's not what you're referring
talked
to?
about that. No. He's talking about the girl in the Airbnb.
On July 5th, of 2025, you didn't tell his mother that you made the defense attorney's investigator so mad because you told him you're not going to leave until you want to and that they can't tell you who you can talk to, specifically referring to him. Isn't that true?
I was referring to other people too, but him too.
Because you are not going to give him up. Isn't that true?
Like I said, I'm doing what I think I should do to keep him happy.
And that is calling him hundreds of times, multiple times a day.
Yes, you don't see the other messages when he asks us. He says, can you call? I need you to call. Are you okay? How are you? How's the baby?
Well, tell the jury about that baby.
So at some point, when I say you guys are off and on, there are times where he doesn't want to talk to you. Isn't that true, ma'am?
At times.
And there are times that he blocks you, right?
Yes.
And right before, let's talk about June 17th of 2024, right? This is
Yes.
within a couple of weeks of this happening, right?
I think a couple of days. Yeah.
June 17th, 2024, he blocked you. So you got to resort to a text now chat, right? That's not a normal means of texting on an iPhone, right? This is a special app.
Yeah, that's the app, but pertaining to him, I always text on text now when he blocks me.
So he's blocked you before, right?
Yes, whenever he's mad, he blocks me.
So sometimes he's ended communication and broken up with you, right?
Not broken up, he just goes off for a day or two.
And so can you read to the jury what it is you texted this person that you're afraid of?
Oh, I said, bitch, you a sicko. Why you blocking me over a call I didn't even initiate? Trying to act like you mad, and I make people comfortable.
You need to speak, I'm sorry, Miss Andrews, the court reporter's got to take down what you're
My
saying,
bad.
so you got to speak real slow, okay?
I said, bitch, you a sicko. Why you blocking me over a call I didn't even initiate? Trying to act like you mad, and I make people comfortable. I didn't do shit to make nobody feel comfortable. It was out the fucking blue. Why the fuck are you acting like it's my problem? You just wanted to have a reason to talk. I messed up when I was typing. To talk to ugly bitches you talk to. Everybody you come across and you touch, you fuck them up. You're not even mentally there and stable in the head for no relationship, even when I didn't do shit to your ass or start a conversation. You still fucking mad, the fuck. And then I said, And you acting like I'm not pregnant. You gonna talk to me one day, so I don't give a fuck about your attitude. And I said, bye, bitch.
So this reconciliation that you're talking about, this is what he is trying to stop communication with you, right?
This is one of the things he do. So when you say stop communication, he just disappears for a day. He doesn't even really mean it. He's gonna pop up the next day and be like, what you doing?
So you weren't trying to make this jury think when you first testified that there was domestic violence in your relationship and this reconciliation was you trying to get back with him and him trying to reconcile with you because of something he did, right?
Wait, can you repeat it?
Yes, I can. You're not trying to make this jury believe that he was the one trying to reconcile with you after he hit you or something, are you?
I don't know what you mean by that pertaining to the message. I'm just cursing him out.
No, I said when you guys get back together, I thought you told the defense attorney on your direct that this was some kind of reconciliation trip. You
It
guys
was.
trying to get back together, right?
It was after I sent that, he did eventually end up texting me, not on there, but he texted my phone and we're back cool. We always do that.
And why is his little brother coming on this reconciliation trip with you?
I mean, I don't know that. That's something you have to ask him. I didn't know he was even going.
But you know why you were going, right?
Yes, he invited me and I thought it was going to be us two.
And it wasn't, right?
Yeah.
And you get to an Airbnb and you're only there for a day.
Yes.
And you go nowhere except for 3 clubs, is that correct?
Yeah, in McDonald's.
And again, not with him and Davian Murphy, right?
Yes.
So what exactly was planned for this trip where you two were going to get back together after fighting?
It wasn't necessarily get back together. It was just to spend time. I didn't have a plan of we get down here, go here, go here. If we go out, we go out. If we don't, I would be fine with that too.
So
He was
now it's
pregnant
not a
either way.
reconciliation trip.
No, we are getting back cool, but I'm saying it wasn't a big deal to go out nowhere. That was his decision.
You kind of just testified that he didn't spend any alone time with you that entire night, right?
And it
He was up
bothered
there,
her.
but eventually he would go his own way.
Okay.
And
You
it
said
bothered
that
her.
he didn't go with you anywhere, and you did not go with him to when they first checked out.
Girls in the chat, ladies in the chat, well, guys in the chat too, because you might be on the receiving end of this. Picture this scenario. She says she's upstairs in this townhouse Airbnb. They should at least be spending some time together. We've heard that she's texting him that she's hungry. She wants to get the wings. Can that be a girl's way of trying to prod an opportunity to hang out with you and spend time? Get you to respond to her? I say yes. If she's on social media looking at pictures and then posting a picture of a Pandora jewelry bracelet, do you think she's sitting up there thinking, maybe I know my boyfriend looks at my Instagram. Let me drop a hint. Like, here's a cute way that you could pay attention to me. So this prosecutor just seems a little bit tone deaf here, because the prosecution is the one that brought in that picture of the Pandora bracelet. It's not like Alicia's like, well, I was thinking about all these happy memories and we're gonna get married, we're gonna have kids, and the prosecution's like, well, there's no evidence of that. And the prosecution put the picture of the Pandora and then talked about the text with the wings. So
Teasers around 10, is that correct?
Yeah, I was still in the bed at that time.
And you lied to law enforcement in that interview when you said it was just the 2 of you, right?
The 2 of us went, because I mentioned Sean too.
You did, but that wasn't until later on in the conversation. When they first asked you about the Airbnb and the door, you specifically said, it's just me and him. Do you remember hearing that?
Yes, I did say that, because I meant like when we first came in, it was just me and him.
So again, there was no planned story that if the 2 of you got caught, that it was just going to be you and him on a romantic getaway.
We never talked about caught. There's nothing to get caught about, because I didn't do anything.
So again, no conversation ahead of time if you were to get caught about what your story would be.
He never told me nothing about getting caught. When he got interrogated, he came back and told me that's what happened. And then he said, you don't have to worry about that because we didn't do anything.
When did you have the conversation with him about his interrogation?
When it was the first time they searched his house.
Before you were interrogated by law enforcement?
Yes, ma'am.
So there was some discussion about what it is that law enforcement was going to be questioning you about in that interview, right?
He didn't mention the guy. He just said our trip out of town.
Okay. Such a coincidence, right? He mentions the trip out of town. You still aren't suspicious. You have still no idea a murder happened. But after he's arrested for not a homicide, just for what?
It
A
was
resist?
resisting arrest.
You guys are talking about the trip to Tampa.
I mean, not in detail. He just said the trip.
But he wasn't arrested in Tampa, was he? He was arrested in Jacksonville by Duval County Sheriff's officers. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Yes, but I'm saying
For-
after they arrested him, he
for
let me know
leaving?
what it was for.
For leaving the scene, right?
No,
So what, oh, for resisting arrest, nothing that had to do in the charges of Tampa, right?
no, they left a search warrant and it said the conspiracy thing on there and something else.
Jacksonville, Duval County left the conspiracy and murder charge up there with
I don't
him?
know if it was Jacksonville, but it was on one of the papers.
And so that's what led to a conversation of you all being down in Tampa, is that correct?
Yeah, he just said it was about the trip to Tampa.
So when you testified to this jury that you had no idea why Tampa officers were pulling you in for that interview, you were lying up there on the stand?
It's not what I said. I mean, he didn't go in full detail about what they were coming to about Tampa. He just said the trip in Tampa.
You said you had no idea why these officers were pulling you into that interview room. Isn't that
And I
what you just
meant,
testified
because when they
to?
came to my house, they were coming for resisting arrest, so.
Yes, this is true, guys. So I've put it in the chat. I have not said it out loud, I don't believe. When she's interrogated, they arrest her for resisting arrest. I'm not making that up. That's what she's in that interview room for. They arrest her for resisting arrest. And she's saying she's confused, and she has to tell the prosecutor why. And now the jury gets to hear they arrested me for resisting arrest. The jury's also already heard that there wasn't enough probable cause to get a search warrant to search Alicia Andrews' home. And I forget the detective's name, but he said even today, there's still not probable cause to get a search warrant for Alicia's home.
I didn't know why Tampa was coming to talk to me.
But that's not what you just said, because you said after the resist charge, before your interview, you and your boyfriend, Isaiah Chance, were talking about what happened in
Classy
Tampa.
Raid.
That was way before.
Hello, Classy
when he
Beef.
got arrested.
How was Classy in here when he was still on his
So
show?
let's talk about some more lies that you told law enforcement. You said that you could not remember how it was you got through the back door of the Airbnb, right? Do you have any memory issues?
No, I'm not slow.
Overruled, go ahead. I'm sorry, what was the answer?
Any
I said
memory
no, I mean,
issues?
I'm not slow. What do you mean, memory issues?
Well, they're talking to you within a couple of months of you coming to Tampa, right?
Yes,
You don't come to Tampa every day, right?
no,
And you were with your boyfriend at this Airbnb, correct?
yes,
And you saw those videos of you at this front door. Can you take a look at the photo behind you?
And for
Yes.
the record, what are you showing her?
I'm showing her State's Exhibit 60. You recognize this Airbnb?
yes,
And you saw the other video, State 61, where you are on the Ring camera, right?
yes,
You're only on that Ring camera entering this front door 2 times, right?
yeah, I think it was 2 times.
On June 22nd of 2023.
Yes,
And then you are not on that front door Ring camera at all, correct?
no,
And they don't just ask you about the front door, they ask you, you leave 2 times and come back, right?
yes, I did.
You left and you went to the McDonald's with Davy and Murphy and your boyfriend Isaiah Chance, right?
Yes,
And you didn't go out this front door and you didn't come back this front door, right?
right.
Can you take a look at the video, ma'am? we're gonna show you how it is you get to the back door of this Airbnb. This is the back door, right? This is how you would have to get in when you're going to the back door, right? You gotta walk through this grass pathway. And then open this door, this gate, right? And then it takes you to the sliding glass doors, right?
Yes, ma'am.
They didn't just ask you about the front door, they asked you what door you got in when you came back from the McDonald's, right?
Yes, they did.
And you didn't tell them, if you have nothing to hide, and we're just talking about an Airbnb, you didn't just say, I went through the back door, right?
Yeah, I didn't say that.
You lied, right?
I don't think I answered it.
You said, I don't remember.
Yeah, and I probably was aggravated at the time, so,
But it's a lie nonetheless, right?
yeah.
Because certainly you're not going to make the jury believe that you going through some dark pathway in the middle of the night to leave and then get back is something that you're not going to remember, right?
I mean, not necessarily. It wasn't a big thing to remember that day.
Even though you're being questioned on a first-degree murder charge, you can't even tell them that you just left the back door to go to McDonald's?
Yeah, but I'm saying I didn't really remember that, so, and I was aggravated, so.
It's a lie. You lied to law enforcement knowing they're investigating a first-degree homicide.
And
Yeah,
trying
but
to
he was just asking
incriminate
about
her.
a back door, so I didn't see any relevance.
So it's okay to lie to law enforcement if you don't think it's relevant, right?
No.
Oh, what do you guys think of that answer?
You have no clue what they're planning, right?
No.
You see the two spots here?
Yes.
They're open, right?
Yes, they are.
Where's the Impala?
It's parked on the side.
Where on the side?
In one of the other parking spots they had on the side.
Close to where that back door is, that side parking lot where the back door is?
I don't remember if it was close. I think it was like in the middle.
They had some bags, right? You have a bag right there.
Yeah, my bad.
So when all of those bags and stuff are unloaded, except for yours, they have to go through that back pathway to load all of those heavy guns, right?
I mean, I can't answer that. I didn't see them carried in there.
And you didn't see Davy and Murphy in there either, did you?
Not when I first got there, no.
But eventually you did see him, right?
Yes, later on.
States Exhibit 38A. So again, you saw him at the Airbnb.
Yes.
He's staying at the Airbnb.
I mean, if you consider that staying.
You lied to law enforcement about there being any other individual at that Airbnb other than you, Isaiah Chance, and his little brother, right?
Yeah, I didn't answer anything about the other people.
So that's a lie, right, ma'am? You lied to them about Davy and Murphy, a member of 1200, or an associate of 1200, being at that Airbnb.
Yeah, I didn't want to answer anything about them, so I didn't answer.
Also, not relevant, right?
I mean, I wouldn't know, so.
36A. You don't know who this is, right?
At the time I didn't, but I do now.
You rode in a car with him for 3.5 hours, right?
Yes, I also went to sleep. I didn't really look at him like that.
You have been to his house for a barbecue. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Yes.
He was introduced to you by your boyfriend of over 3 years of his second family, right?
Yeah.
He introduced you to all of his family members, right?
I didn't say all of the family members.
You said he introduced you at that barbecue and said, "This is my second family," right?
Yes, but I don't know if that's his real family members.
So you're suggesting to this jury that when you are being introduced by your boyfriend to his second family, that he posed some fake people next to him?
I'm saying I don't know if he was talking about everybody that was standing there. Could have been talking about particular people.
But certainly Sean Gathright was there, right?
Yes, ma'am, he was there.
And he's one of the people, he's saying, this is my second family, right?
No, he said little brother to him.
Part of his family. And then the rest of the people was his second family, right?
Yeah, he considered them second family.
And you care about Isaiah Chance?
I did.
And you would have us believe that after he introduced you to his little brother, his second family, you went off in some second room and never looked at his face?
I didn't go off to the second room. I just got a plate and went back to the car.
You hid in the car, right?
Yeah, I don't really talk much, so I got back in the car.
Oh, so you never had a conversation with him?
No, I just said hey and bye.
And you can't tell that this person in 36A is the same person in 36B?
I mean, at the time, it didn't really look like him. I just glanced at the picture. I said no.
And in the entire 3.5 car ride, you never looked at his face either?
I'm not staring him down, so I mean, no.
And at the entire time that you're at the Airbnb with him, you never looked at his face or had one conversation with him?
I didn't have a conversation with him, but I maybe glanced.
You were walking next to Isaiah Chance at Teasers. You were walking next to him at that parking lot when he was at Truth 18. I'm not going to play the videos again. You saw that. You guys were walking right next to him.
If you consider that right next to him, yes.
Some points you were a little behind him, is that correct?
Yes.
And some points you were right next to him, isn't that correct?
Yes.
And there were points when he has that phone, your phone, up to his ear.
Yeah, at certain points.
And at one point, when he has it up to his ear, he has to give it to you so you can do what?
Put the code in. That was at the first club.
And that's right, put the call in, right? There is a call that is happening, and
I said the code.
the code. But there is a call happening. He's actually on the phone, right?
At the first club, he attempts to make a call, yeah.
Attempts, right? It's literally up to his ear.
Yeah, I don't
That's
think
what
it
you-
went through.
That's what you.
Because you're right next to him, you would know, right?
No, I mean, he didn't say anything, so that's why I said I don't think it went through.
And
What was the prosecutor trying to get at by saying, implying that he couldn't have been attempting to make a phone call because he was holding it to his ear? Don't you put it to your ear to see if someone answers?
at some point, he hands it to you so you can do what?
I mean, I didn't put the code back in after that.
Just the one time?
Yes.
It didn't go off any other time that you were with him from the entire time to Teasers, to Truth 18?
I mean, later on, I think, yeah. At the next club, yeah.
What about in the car?
No, and the car was still unlocked.
And you never heard him utter one word on that phone while you were next to him in the parking lot at Teasers?
Jesus just the first club, right?
Yes, ma'am.
No, he didn't say anything.
And he never said one thing the entire time when you guys are sitting in that parking lot at Teasers at the same point when Charles Jones is there.
He said something, but he didn't say anything about him.
What did he say?
He just was saying how all the people are just standing there, standing around.
He never had one phone call?
I mean, he tried to call, but I don't know. Again, I don't know if it went through.
I'm going to show you State's Exhibit Number 94C1. You see this when he's on the phone actually sharing a live location with Sean Gathright that's occurring at 2 a.m. You see that?
Yes, ma'am.
He does that multiple times. So he has your phone a lot in that car, right?
Yes.
And so anytime there's inactivity on the phone, you got to do what for him?
Unlock it, but he never locked it back. If he didn't respond, he just went and got on something else.
He doesn't lock the phone, right? That's something that happens automatically based on time, right?
Yes.
When that phone locks up in the parking lot, it's not because he locked it, it's because there's a timing mechanism on your iPhone that makes it go dark, right?
I mean, yeah, but the first time we got out the car, it's my phone. He stops me and asks for it, so it's not unlocked when he asks for it.
And then at some point, he starts texting NIGGA, pick up the FNO. He says that he doesn't text it just once at 2:31. He sends this text again at 2:31 and 24 seconds. So he wants somebody to pick up that effing phone. Are you claiming when he's texting that, he's not saying anything to you?
No, not about that.
Do you see him desperately going like this?
No, not like he rushing. He just regular typing.
He just casually texts,
Yes.
pick up the effing phone, twice.
Yeah.
And that was something that if he had done it very erratically, you would have noticed, right?
Yeah, but he wasn't.
That might have tipped you off that something pretty important was happening, right?
I mean, if you say so.
So he's just casually typing that in, and then he's sharing the location again later, 2 hours later. But after this exchange, he never gets a phone call. There's no conversation in that car,
I don't remember him having a conversation there.
but he's not sending one other text after he desperately texts that twice, right?
I don't think he did.
You don't think, or you're not willing to tell,
What he texts, so.
and you don't remember or
Hold on. I think the feed jumped. That was weird, right?
sending one other text after he desperately texts that twice, right?
I don't think he did.
You don't think, or you're not willing to tell,
What he texts, so.
It jumps. It's
and
one
you don't
time, not me.
remember or hearing him have any conversation in that car.
Not right there, no.
And you remember Detective Ramos when he was sitting next to you and he was kind of acting out what he thought happened after he saw the video footage and some of the messaging, that he's right next to you in that car and he's saying, he's sitting this close to you, right? He's in the driver's seat, right?
Yes.
And you are in the passenger seat, right?
Yeah.
Remember that exchange? And he kind of imitates and acts out, hey, get here, get here. He's going into the club now. You better get here now. That you're claiming something like that never happened.
No, I told you what he said.
Okay.
Only time he said something was when he flipped the camera and said it was packed. And where y'all at?
Do you also remember? Oh, so now they said where you're all at, right?
I'm talking about when he took the picture on the screenshot. That's what I said he said.
Okay. Did you know who he was talking to?
I mean, no, but I assumed it was his friends.
Do you remember when law enforcement specifically asked you about the black Chevy Impala?
Yes, ma'am.
That black Chevy Impala happened to be at the Home to Suites, correct?
I mean, yeah, but at the time I didn't know that.
You didn't see the black Chevy Impala when your boyfriend was circling around the parking lot not once but twice?
No, I didn't see that car.
That was a car that you had ridden down to Jacksonville with Sean Gathright, right?
Yeah.
And you didn't recognize that car in the parking lot?
I mean, how am I going to know if it's them, though? I don't know if it's them.
So just a coincidence that you happened to be at Home to Suites, right?
I mean, I'm not driving, so I can't tell you why he went there.
You got out of the vehicle with Isaiah Chance at both of those clubs, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said on your direct examination that you went up to the bouncers, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's a lie, right?
I wasn't referring to those clubs. I was referring to the Players Club.
The detectives never mentioned the Players Club to you in that interview, right?
No, he showed me a video of a parking lot, so I just assumed it was that club.
He showed you the video of the two of you walking out of that club, correct?
No, he showed me a parking lot, the first video when I said that.
He also showed you Julio Foolio, is that correct?
He did.
At the front door.
I believe he did.
And they specifically asked you at Teasers and at Truth 18, the two clubs that you went to, whether or not you had talked to the bouncers, right?
I think he did ask me.
And you said that you had spoken to them at both and that the price was too high, correct?
Again, I was talking about Players Club. I had the clubs mixed up at the time. I didn't know the names, and I didn't say specifically that. I said I talked to the bouncer, the guys that be at the front door.
And there's no footage at Players Club, right?
No.
Overruled if she knows.
I said no.
You know that there's no video footage at Players, right?
I mean, if he would have investigated it, he would have found it probably.
And there is video footage at Teasers and Truth 18, correct?
Yeah, because that's all the detective went and looked for.
And you admit that you never went to any of the bouncers at Truth 18, right?
No, again, when I bring up the bouncers, I was referring to Players Club.
So you and your boyfriend on your reconciliation trip just went to walk in the parking lot of Teasers, right?
Teachers is the first club?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all you did, right? You just walked in the parking lot. You didn't even come close to the front door.
I mean, yeah, we were standing there, but it's his decision. He didn't want to go in there, so.
And you have no say in the matter on your reconciliation trip, whether or not you actually get to go into the club?
I mean, I didn't have an issue with it. If he didn't want to go, he didn't want to go.
So you're just happy on this trip to get back together with just walking in the parking lot?
I wouldn't say that.
Well, then you go to the second club, Truth 18. That's the club with the second story on the second floor.
Yes, ma'am.
And that same thing happens. You just walk in the parking lot, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm following him.
Yeah. You don't even really walk up to the door. And it's at the same point when Charles Jones is at that location.
I mean, I didn't know he was there, so.
But you're okay just walking in the parking lot, right?
No, actually, I was irritated. I didn't really care to go in that when he chose the last club. After he took me to 2 locations, we didn't go anywhere. At that point, I am aggravated, so
Well, you said they didn't go in because it was packed, right?
that's what he said.
Well, there was, at the time when you're walking on that video, there aren't tons of people in that parking lot, right?
It was people parked on the side as well.
You don't even walk up those stairs to see how many people are inside, right?
We went by how many cars are outside.
Oh, so that's the definition of how a car is, or how a club is packed, by the cars, right?
I mean, to young people, yeah.
To young people.
You said the next morning that that Isaiah Chance, the one time he did come in, it was to what? So you could look at his outfit, give an outfit check?
Yeah, he was showing me various outfits, laying around the bed. He said she could put back on what he had on because he didn't take any pictures. And that's what we were talking about.
Because he cares how he looks like, right?
Sometimes.
He got into a war with Foolio online because Foolio was making fun of him wearing fake designer clothes, right?
I didn't know of that.
You had no idea about that?
No.
But he is doing an outfit check with you because he's concerned about it, right?
I mean, not really. He's just saying, what do you think I should wear? Like a regular person.
And the two of you, you said you're going clubbing, right?
I mean, supposed to be.
Right. And how do you up when you go clubbing?
I mean, this will be our second time going clubbing, so he wears whatever he wants to wear. When I go, I just wear whatever I want to wear.
You just kind of said that he's very controlling about what you wear on your direct examination.
I don't know why it's pausing like that.
And as a young woman, when you go clubbing, you get dressed up, right?
Yeah.
In fact, on your phone, you had hundreds of photographs on your phone and videos of yourself, right?
Yes, ma'am.
He was wearing, it was June in Tampa, right?
Yeah.
He was wearing a gray hooded sweatshirt with the hoodie all the way pulled up and a COVID mask
Okay.
to go clubbing.
Yeah, he don't really go out, so I don't know what he would typically wear.
And you were wearing what?
I put on a jean jacket.
It's like the 4th time the feed has done that. So maybe they like plugged back. Oh, Yeah, they restarted the feed, guys. This feed is now only 4 minutes long. All right, let's start it from the beginning of this 4 minutes.
Put on a jean jacket. I think I had on the blue pants and a regular shirt.
Is that how you normally go when you're going out for a night on the town to go clubbing?
I mean, no. Eventually, when I first arrived, I had a dress on, but once I realized other people were there, I took that off. So what you see me wearing is what I had on to McDonald's, and we stayed in the car, so I didn't go change. So I mean, I just kept what I had on.
Because when you go clubbing, you normally look like 75 C9, right? You like to get dressed up, wear a nice dress, right?
Correction, I'm not clubbing in that. I'm out of town with my family.
Okay. And where are you going when you go out of town with your family?
Nowhere, I just put that on to take a picture.
Okay. But there are literally photo after photo, Instagram video after Instagram video of you going out with your friends, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're not dressed in a jean jacket and what, were they sweatpants or?
No, they're just regular pants.
And when law enforcement asked you about Gutta, and I think the defense attorney played that for you, again, you specifically asked them, why are they calling him that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said that you are just surprised because they're law enforcement and you feel that they should be talking about his real name or mentioning him by his real name, right?
I mean, I didn't mean it like that. I'm saying I would have thought they would have came in a different way. We're starting the interview and you just say, oh, Gutta, and I'm like, what? Like, I'm just confused.
But you didn't say what. You said, why do you call him that, right?
Yeah, that was my response, but I'm saying in my head, I'm thinking like, why are two detectives coming to me saying a nickname? Like, what is this about?
And then they laughed, and then they said, do you or you don't call him Gutta? And you shook your head no, right?
No, I don't call him that.
And it wasn't just you shaking your head no. You said, that's not a thing, right?
I mean, it's not a thing for me to call him that. That's what I meant.
But you just said, that's not a thing.
I said it's not a thing or something.
I'm going to show you state's exhibit number. And Gutta, that's his rap name. That's the name that he uses for the gang, right? For those drill rap videos he makes. Gutta,
I
Gutta
wouldn't
Man.
necessarily say a drill name. It's just a nickname on Instagram.
But it's something you know, and you do call him that, don't you?
No, I don't call him that.
You just have it tattooed on your body, right? You have it tattooed down the middle of your chest. Gutta, right?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
And that's not the only place. I'm also going to show you State's Exhibit 75G. It's there. It's a long tattoo, and it goes all the way down your chest, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're familiar that he calls himself Gutta.
Yeah.
And despite the fact that you have that tattoo on your body, you have never referred to him as Gutta?
No, I still call him by Zay.
That's not the only place on your body that you have that Gutta tattoo, is it?
No, I have another one behind my ear.
I'm going to show you State 75C11. That's it right there. So
Yes.
not once, twice,
Yes, ma'am.
referencing Isaiah Chance,
Yeah.
someone who you're no longer in a relationship, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So it wasn't a lie to Lon that you don't call him that.
No, it wasn't a lie.
Let me have one moment.
She has been calling him Zay. The couple times she said his name, it's been Zay. And that might be a credibility issue, but it's also not a good look that the prosecution has. That's been one of their biggest damning things about the defendant. Like, it just makes it seem like you don't have other strong evidence.
At the time when that photo, you said your Isaiah Chance took that photo in the parking lot of Truth 18?
Yes, ma'am.
That is, at that timing, that is when Charles Jones and his party are still up on that second floor. And you're saying you never saw that?
No, I didn't look up there.
Where are you looking at?
I mean, at him.
And you're looking at him taking the photo?
I don't think I was.
What?
I don't think I was. I seen the picture after because it's in my phone.
Are you looking at him when the photo was taken, or are you not looking at him?
I don't think I was.
So what are you looking at?
I think I was looking at him.
At
Not
Char-
like physically like what he's doing. I'm just sitting there just staring.
You're not looking at the club that you're supposed to be going to?
I can't remember if I was or not.
Okay. Well, you said that you can tell if a club is packed based on the cars in the parking lot, right?
Yeah, but we were parked on the other side. It was more cars.
Right, because there were parking spots available in Truth 18, right?
I don't remember that.
You could have driven through the parking lot and not even got out of the car if you could tell a club is packed just on the parking spots, right?
I mean, that's not my decision. Again, he's driving, so.
No. You said how young people determine whether or not a car or a club is packed is by the parking lot, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Both at Truth 18 and Teasers, there were cars in that parking lot. You didn't need to get out of the car to go up to the door to know that Teasers was packed, right?
Yeah, it was. But again, it's not my issue with the back places. This is.
Well, what the issue is, you keep on giving us another reason why it is that you're in that parking lot. You understand that, ma'am?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just following him.
No, you said that you believed that you didn't go in because it's packed, right?
Yes, because that's what he said.
And you don't have to go into the club itself to know it's packed because of the parked cars in the parking lot, right, ma'am?
That's what I said. I don't know what he's thinking, though.
When you are at Teasers, you guys have to go around more than once to park because you can't find a parking spot, right?
Yeah, and then we seen somebody coming out, so he just waited.
So it didn't matter that it's so packed, you gotta wait for some parking spot to open up?
Well, we did get out, but, I mean, all the people in the front, that's when he decided he didn't want to go in.
So it's not the parked cars in the parking lot that tells you if the club is packed?
It is, but I'm saying, once you seen all the people up there and nobody was going in, he changed his mind.
Judge, I don't have anything further.
Okay, redirect.
Let's do a poll.
Ms. Andrews, do you want to answer any more questions?
I can't.
I ask you one more question. There's a tattoo that's missing that hasn't been described on your arm here. What does that tattoo say?
Songs 46, God is within her, she will not fail.
I'm going to sustain the objection. And is there another motion?
Judge, we move to strike that from the record.
Granted, stricken from the record, jury's not to consider it.
No.
Okay,
Redirect
very
with more
good.
than one question.
Gentlemen, just step out
Are you for
momentarily.
real?
Okay, we'll be right with you, right with you.
All rise.
We might have to call an audible on this poll. What the heck was that redirect?
All jurors are out there.
Okay, very good. Let's have Ms. Andrews walked back to the defense table. And do you anticipate calling any other witnesses? Okay.
What?
Okay, very good. I'll have you rest in front of the jury. State, do you anticipate any rebuttal?
No, Judge, we don't.
Okay, very
Good
good. So defense, do you have any, now that you have rested, do you have any additional motions at this time?
You want to supplement our motion for the disqualification, and you also make our second motion for judgment of acquittal.
Okay, we'll deal with the supplemental record regarding the motion to disqualify after the jury goes out. You can make your
Hopefully we'll
record.
hear that
And So
more.
what's your second motion for JOA?
Second motion